community is right now wrought with fear and uncertainty.
I fear for my life if I go to Haiti.
I am afraid of deportation because I would love to continue to live in this country.
It's a very chaotic moment because now people don't know what to do. They don't know where to go.
It has been a constant fear.
The White House says that Haiti is safe enough now for deportation. Haiti has a level 4 travel advisory. That essentially says, do not travel here.
The children will suffer that. They are not going to take them to the daycare. They are not going to take them to school. They are not going to take them to summer camp. And that's going to be very, very difficult for the families.
Does the administration consider Haiti a safe country?
For Haitians, absolutely.
Right now, people are sheltering in place after the Supreme Court cleared the way for President Trump's administration to deport 350,000 Haitians living here in the United States with temporary protected status.
No one actually benefits from this decision.
Kids kind of very scared. They want to know, like, Tati, are we gonna really leave?
TPS is essentially temporary protections granted to those fleeing from a place that might be experiencing a ongoing armed conflict, environmental disaster, or other extraordinary or temporary circumstances or crises.
Y'all see right here what's happening to them. TPS, okay? Tether Protection Service, okay? And remember, y'all, it says temporary. So I don't know why you thought temporary meant permanent. But if you want to go there, fam, the reason why Haitians in particular have so much spite, jealousy, envy, and flat out despise for foundational Black Americans, because we are everything that they pretend to be, okay?
When Black Americans were suffering under oppression, they didn't say, let's leave our country and go somewhere else. Do you know what they did? They organized. They collaborated. They fought for their own safety. They did everything they could to fix their country. But when y'all Haitians are told to do the same, you say you are afraid. You say you can't go back there. You say insecurity is too much. You say the problems, the challenge are still too much. Then if you don't act, who is going to do it for you? If you don't fix it, who's going to fix it for you? If you don't decide to go back and fix Haiti, who will do it for you? Who is going to fix your beloved Haiti? I know many educated Haitians who have left. I know many Haitians with money who have left. So who is left to fix the country? Who is going to fix it? Haitians, don't get me wrong. I understand that your fear is real. But sometimes in order to achieve success, you have to face your fear. Want us to watch these clips? I will come back at the end with more deep analysis. The video is for awareness and educational purpose. If you find it interesting, click on the like button.
There's been a lot of news when it comes to the Trump administration and its immigration agenda. But what stuck out to me was specifically a comment made by a top White House official, Stephen Miller.
Does the administration consider Haiti a safe country?
For Haitians, absolutely.
The outrageous claim that conditions in Haiti are getting better.
Stephen Miller is essentially saying that Haiti is now safe enough to start deportations of Haitians back to their home country. That statement is undermined by various reports, including some assessments from the US government. Haiti has a level 4 travel advisory. That essentially says, do not travel here. And they cite a range of examples for this, including kidnapping, terrorism, unrest, and limited health care.
This flies in the face of their own claims of why they put Haiti on the travel ban because of the dangerous conditions.
In the most recent State Department Human Rights Report covering Haiti, the federal government actually warns about significant human rights abuses, including credible reports of arbitrary or unlawful killings and even torture. A UN report has also found that places previously considered safer than some other areas of Haiti, even those places are being impacted by the level of gang violence and instability, and the displacement is only growing as a result. When lifting TPS, the Department of Homeland Security, the agency overseeing federal immigration policy, would usually consult with the State Department, which is going to be checking and be responsible for assessing the conditions in that place people are fleeing from, in this case, Haiti. But the New York Times found that DHS did not consult with State Department when moving forward to remove these temporary protections.
A DHS spokesperson said the environmental situation in Haiti has improved enough that it is safe for Haitian citizens to return home. But CBS News Miami spoke with someone in Haiti who says the country cannot accept anyone else. People from Port-au-Prince are going to Cap now. If everyone is deported to Haiti, Cap will be like Port-au-Prince because of the difficult condition the country is in. For all the people to come to Haiti, things will get worse.
This Supreme Court decision paves the way for the administration to end TPS for various other nations as well.
So TPS is ending for Haiti, Syria, Somalia, Yemen, Ethiopia, Burma, and South Sudan on July 10th. You asked what else is ending? Work permits is also ending on that date for these particular groups. Commercial driver's license, real ID driver's license will all expire on July 10th. Now this impacts 350,000 people from Haiti, 600 people Syria, 4,900 Somalis, 4,000 Yemens, 2,300 Ethiopians, 1,800 Burma, people from Burma, and 150 from South Sudan.
While thousands of hardworking Haitian families now face the fear of detention and deportation.
This is a Haitian woman. She's 59 years old. She has lived in the United States since 1997. Almost 30 years. She has 4 United States citizens, no criminal record. She's not just a mother, but she's also a caregiver because one of her children, 25 years old, has been diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder and bipolar disorder. And she's the caregiver. She's the guardian. She makes sure that he takes his treatment, he takes his medication, so he can stay stable. Without her, he cannot function independently. Now, if she is deported back to Haiti, who will care for him? How do we make sure that he stays stable?
How are you feeling right now?
Scared. Scared for my people, scared for what's coming, scared for our country.
He needs to demonstrate some kind of humanity in stopping that, and also looking at them in a different eyes. Not look at them as threats. Do not look at them as strangers. Do not look at them as illegal people, but look at them as human beings.
A family of 5 from Haiti praying they're not deported. The man's sister is their sponsor. She's a U.S. citizen, does not want to be identified, and facing reality.
The kids kind of very scared. They want to know, like, Tati, are we gonna really leave? You know, you cannot lie to children. They will always remember. It's just like I promised them I will bring them here, and I did. So no, I don't want to give them false promises.
Adding to the family's anxiety of going back to a war zone is a leukemia diagnosis for their youngest. The 3-year-old is undergoing chemotherapy.
So it's scary. She has to get chemo every week, and this is gonna take like 2 years. She go to Haiti, he's dead.
The family came under the CHNV program, which specifically deals with immigrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. The goal was to deter illegal crossings and create a legal path into America for people from those countries. Under the Biden administration, some 500,000 people were paroled into America. The Trump administration is terminating the program. The president insists CHNV is not working and not benefiting America in any way. Thousands of immigrants, many here in South Florida, are in the same situation. They found out over the weekend they have 30 days to leave the country.
Be able to give them this opportunity to have, you know, just like somebody did for me, I was able to do for them. So it just kind of made me very happy. But now to see that thing taken away, like, it's very stressful.
My name is Rose Tillus, and I am a TPS holder from Haiti. I have been living in the United States for the past 20 years. My parents sent me to the United States at the age of 17 for hope of a better future. Unfortunately, political turmoil, violence, and devastating economic status in Haiti have led me to flee my country. Being in the United States has changed my life. It has given me the opportunity to go to school. I was able to get a degree in nursing and graduated in 2019 with my master's. I have been working as a nurse practitioner since 2019 during the pandemic, and I continue to provide care, support, and education to the community. Having a working permit has changed my life. It has given me a career, has given me dreams, and has allowed me to take care of my family. Additionally, I feel empowered to help and support the community where I live. Having TPS definitely makes a difference. And for the past decades, Haiti has had extreme political instability, kidnapping, killing, which makes it a very unsafe and dangerous place to live.
I think this is a great thing. I think this is a great thing for them because it will allow them to go back home and start using, the knowledge that they received in, the United States of America.
TPS has protected me and my family, and I thank God every day for this country being my home and for keeping me safe.
She is right. In this video, I will demonstrate how Haitians have been boasting about being involved in industries that their country desperately needs assistance in.
You could get sent home at any given time. Us saying that there is nothing left in the country does not help the country. And the day they want to send us back, wherever you are, it's like there's no choice. Like there is no choice. They will pick you up and throw you back to Haiti, and the Haiti that you said had nothing because you never built anything there, because you never cared for it, you go back to nothing.
Right now, the gang they control the country.
The gangs have taken control of 80% of the capital, which makes circulating, even going from place to place, really difficult. So automatically that means accessing clinics, hospitals, etc. is extremely difficult.
Another great thing about this is that Haitians are serving in the U.S. Armed Forces. Upon their return to their homeland, they should be able to address any gang issues that may be present.
ICE may come after them, and how do we support them, and what do we do in order for them, especially in Florida?
So a lot was happening for them by being here.
TPS is not a loophole, it is a literal lifeline.
Kathleen Moyes fled unspeakable violence in her homeland of Haiti 6 years ago, hoping to find peace and a slice of the American dream.
I stay here. I do two jobs to make my business. That's why I don't go back to Haiti.
Feeling miserable, not being able to leave the house, not being able to go to work.
You'll remember Springfield became a topic of national conversation in 2024 when President Donald Trump made unfounded claims that Haitian migrants were eating animals.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats.
Since then, the fear has been there.
According to the city of Springfield, it's estimated between 12 and 15,000 migrants live in Clark County. Most are from Haiti, who fled to the United States due to safety concerns. In fact, the State Department currently has Haiti under a Level 4 travel advisory for U.S. citizens, warning against things like terrorism and kidnapping.
The weak government cannot control the gang members.
With this end of TPS for Haitian immigrants, this is the perfect opportunity for Ghana to prove just how committed they are to helping the diaspora, to unifying the diaspora and righting the wrongs of the past. I mean, over the past year, they've worked really hard to position themselves as the kind of the leaders and the pioneers of, righting the wrongs of the things that have happened. And I think that this is the opportunity to go out here and say, hey, look, Haiti, we are here for you. Come to Ghana, return home from, leave, if the United States says that you can't stay there, then come here, and then you can seek asylum here, and we'll help you here, and we'll give you everything you need here. I think this is the type of unity that everybody is really waiting to see, like, all the Pan-Africans and things like that. I really think that they need to start speaking out and reaching out to leaders in West Africa and really just trying to actually come up with a resolution that's really going to help people across the diaspora. You know what I mean? Like, instead of, only trying to target Black Americans who I don't really think need to be targeted. I really think that if you really want to help, if you really want to be committed, if you really want to be Pan-African, then this is the time now to make something happen.
We're everything that they pretend to be. See, they try to run around here with this whole image of we was the first free nation, we the first ones who stopped the dominant society, we was the first warriors. But everybody looks at them and says, well, why are you in the situation you in now? And do you ever tell the other half of that story that the W's done spent the block and then came back and colonized y'all and made y'all pay them reparations? Yeah, yes, y'all. Haiti had to pay reparations back to the French. Yes, indeed. An independence debt, an independent tax. Yes, the hell. They always leave that out of 1804. That don't never come up in the 1804 conversations. The fact them same W's spent the block and y'all started to tell on each other. Y'all start to snitch on each other. The same thing y'all doing right damn now. And then they took you on out. You a one-hit wonder. That's all you are. You had one hit. They're mad at foundational Black Americans because foundational Black Americans have been the only people who have consistently fought the dominant society and the system of supremacy. And let me make this clear, y'all. You're not going to take the credit of my ancestors right here on this landmass and how we gave all that work to the supremacists. There ain't a time frame on this earth where foundational Black Americans didn't give that work to them damn supremacists. And this thing where we were inspired by the Haitian Revolution, no the hell we wasn't. Do you know who inspired all the foundational Black Americans to overthrow the slave master and to revolt? Let me tell you who inspired foundational Black Americans. Other foundational Black Americans. We didn't have to look to Haiti. First off, it wasn't like there was Wi-Fi in the internet where the messages came to everybody on the plantation. It's not like this was the 2000s, fam, and you can go get on TikTok and say, oh man, they overthrew all of the supremacists in Haiti. We should do the same thing. You didn't have that type of technology. But let me tell you what I had. I had my certified brother right here, my certified sister right here. All of our motivation and inspiration came from right here at home, and it's always been that way. There were slave revolts in the United States of America way before 1804, y'all. And the dominant society knows that. That's why they're always trying to hide that. And then when we did what we did, they didn't spin the block on us. They tried to spin the block on us, and what ended up happening to them? I'm going to tell you what happened when they tried to spin the block on Black Americans, the Deacons of Defense, the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. That would happen when you try to spin the block on us. You didn't come back and then lock us up and we told on each other. You better get your damn facts right. Foundational Black Americans, we ain't need Haiti for a goddamn thing. All of our love, pride, and energy came from right here in America. And that's how certified foundational Black Americans roll then and now. That's why Haitians be so jealous and they got to go talk about we ain't got no culture and go hop on any dusty ass podcast that'll take them. This is why they do that, because the image of a warrior class that they've been trying to act like since 1804, we done been the whole damn time then and before 1804. Foundational Black Americans, we the real riders. Foundational Black Americans, we the real regulators.
A lot of people are going to be genuinely upset about what I have to say in this video, but I said what I said, I meant what I said, and I'm going to say it again. A lot of you guys are not upset about immigrants coming to your country because they're taking the jobs that you know you genuinely don't care about. No, you're upset because when you see migrants come to this country, you expect them to fail. But no matter what adversity is thrown in their face, they get the job done. And then the children of these migrants know the same exact grit, okay? They come here from nothing and they always make something. They will get that car, that house, start that business. Meanwhile, you were born here and you have nothing and you are shocked. You are amazed. You are confused. And then you resort to insulting them and saying all of these things because they had handouts. Most of the immigrants I know that came here have come from absolutely nothing and have never accepted handouts. So while you're sitting here talking all of this nonsense about how these migrants literally are taking everything from you, understand that's not going to make your life better. Instead of talking down on them, make sure you learn something from them.
Y'all, I just found out today, you know how Cubans have I will vote for Donald Trump? There's a Creole version. Now, it's not as hot as the Cubans. That was a banger. Like, I didn't even know I didn't even have to know who Donald Trump is. I will vote for Donald Trump after hearing I will vote for Donald Trump. But check this out.
Lève la
I don't know, man. This version, if I wanted to go to sleep, maybe, if I wanted something other than white noise to put me to sleep, I'll put in this Creole version. But even with this song, they still got out there and voted for your mans. He told y'all, you know what? I'm in TPS. I mean, the T in TPS stands for temporary. I'm just acknowledging that, right? I'm closing the borders. I'm doing mass deportations. And you still have these people that supported him. But yeah, all that smoke, how come there's no infighting in the Haitian community? You have people out there, you know, Haitians for Trump. You even had your boy, your King Zoe, Kodak Black, talking about, yeah, if Trump was ever down, I'll give him $1 million. He even said after that whole cats and dogs fiasco, he was like, yeah, I'm not really rocking with that, but still go ahead and vote for Trump. But anyway, yeah, this song, yeah, you would have never got my vote for Trump with this song. Maybe to go to sleep. Yeah, if I needed something to relax me and sleep. Yeah, but anyway, I will vote for Donald Trump. That will always be a banger. I don't care, bro. The Cubans did their big one on that one. When will the Haitians do their big one? That's what the world want to know.
I remember when Trump was elected, a bunch of Haitian men who lived near me were very excited that he was elected president. They were very happy about it. One went as far as to tell me that anyone who did not vote for Trump was stupid. Okay. Well, this weekend, all we've heard and seen are those same people at the barbershop, or outside of the barbershop, on the street corners, etc., crying and emoting and campaigning and doing all the things. Well, excuse me, this is what you voted for. And votes have consequences. Maybe spend that energy figuring out how you're going to help the people you know who will be sent back.
They're attacking TPS right now because from the very beginning of Trump being in power, he had called Haiti a shithole country. Not just Haiti, but it's every black country who have TPS. The Trump administration has targeted. Today, in solidarity with our Haitian immigrants, TPS holders, they have been here on temporary protective status. They are working, they're building America's economy. Sending them back to Haiti would be disastrous. America has always had its hands meddling in our business, messing up our political infrastructure. The American military is at our airport setting up base. We haven't been able to fly there. They have been creating all sorts of trouble for us in terms of like arming gang members to fight their own citizens, wreaking havoc in our economic, political, and educational system.
I'm Haitian. Actually, in Haiti, we have a very profound saying that goes back to the 18th century. It's tout monde c'est monde, which means everyone is human. And I truly believe in that, and that's what all my work is about. And that's why I'm here, to defend my compatriots, the Syrians, and everybody on TPS. You know, if you look at the history of Haiti, we've never had a chance to be sovereign, really. In practice, what you see is that at every turn, the US and France and Canada have interfered in our politics. So even now, when we're talking about elections coming up perhaps next year, it's clear that the US is already playing a key role in who can even run as a candidate. It's a classic ploy of fascism, right? Where you accuse the victims of being the perpetrators of the crime that you're doing against them.
What happening today, and it's beautiful, a lot of people coming out and say this is not acceptable. As a Salvadorian, I was protected since 2001 because El Salvador was devastated for earthquake. Since that, I've been able to work in United States legally and give a better life to my family. And I have a conversation with my members and saying what happening if we lost the TPS, and they say we will continue fighting. And this means that when people are organized, educate, people understand that only people can say people. We can continue share our stories, teach people what is mean TPS, show you then what is the reason we come into this country. More people is aware what happening, and I feel more people will coming out to fight.
There are a few things that I've noticed after watching these clips. First, some Haitians are being hypocritical. They all claim to love their country, but when it comes to actually fixing it, they act like someone is going to come from the sky and fix it for them. They will do everything except going back to Haiti and do the work to make it stable. That is what I have observed, because every person that you've watched in those clips claiming to be afraid, if you ask them whether they love Haiti, they will tell you yes, and they want it to be stable. But you have to remember, a country is made by its people. For a country to run smoothly, people have to make changes. They have to fix problems. And those problems don't get fixed by illiterate people. They don't fixed by people struggling with addiction. They get fixed by educated people. People who have been exposed to other systems. People who have seen how things work elsewhere. People who have resources. And most of the people with these abilities are no longer living in Haiti. Most of them have fled to the very countries they consider stable. They are there raising their families, building businesses, doing everything that they could be doing for Haiti. They are literally building other people's countries instead of building their own. Haitians, I'm gonna be real with you. You cannot claim to love your country while doing nothing to fix it. One of the clearest ways to prove you are trying to fix your country is to make that hard decision to go back there and see where you can get started with building. And I understand some of you are not hearing that. I understand there may be political motives behind the US government's decision to deport people. But instead of only being angry, instead of fighting it, instead of turning that anger toward Black Americans, ask yourself, why not go back and build something there? Build something in your own country. Just put a brick in building your country. Let's also be honest about the economics of this. Haiti receives billions of dollars a year in remittances from the diaspora, money sent home to family. But it does not build institutions. It does not build hospitals, schools, infrastructures, reliable electricity grids. Sending money back home is not the same as coming back home. A doctor working night shifts in Miami, sending $200 a month to his mother in Haiti is helping his family to survive. He isn't helping his country to develop a stable healthcare system. That takes people physically present, organizing, training others, building institutions that outlast any one person. I also want to acknowledge something for balance. It happened in a vacuum. Haiti's instability didn't happen in a vacuum. Foreign interference, historical debt imposed by France after independence, and decades of political meddling by the outside powers all played a role in weakening Haitian institutions. I am not pretending that instability is only the diaspora's fault, but acknowledging that history does not cancel out the responsibility of those who are educated, resourced, and capable of contributing to building. The people best equipped to help still have a role to play. Another thing that I've noticed in those clips, remember when African countries were calling Black Americans to repatriate? Another thing that I've noticed in those clips, y'all remember when African countries were calling Black Americans to repatriate to Africa? Telling them that you are our lost brothers and sisters, so you should come back home. That was true in a sense. But have you seen any African country making the same call to Haitians? Has Ghana gone on a television offering land to Haitians the same way they did to Black Americans? Why is that? It suggests that the real motive behind some of those calls isn't brotherly love. It is that Black Americans are seen as having money and skills. They want them to come to Africa? They want you to come to invest, boost the economy, not necessarily to help you heal from slavery and the system that oppressed you in the US, but to benefit from what you bring. Because if it were truly about kinship, Haitians share the same history with Black Americans. They were taken from Africa too. So why the double standard? If we are going to invite the Black diaspora back home to Africa, that shouldn't only apply on Black Americans. It should include Haitians, Jamaicans, Bahamians, Trinidadians, Tobagonians, and everyone else on the Americas whose ancestors came from Africa. So going back to Haitians, I want you to understand the importance of your going back to Haiti. Let me tell you, when you go out of the country, especially when you go to those developed countries, you will see what is wrong in your country and you will see how other people are fixing it. And if you really look at the developed African countries, the diaspora community is playing a great role in making that possible. So to your Haitians, have you seen how many Nigerians are repatriating back to Nigeria and they are making Lagos becoming the capital city of Africa? Are you seeing how Kenyans are inviting their diaspora community to go back there and invest in their own? Are you seeing how Rwanda, a country in East Africa, is making it easy for the Rwandan diaspora community to go back there and invest in their country? These are the same examples that your Haitians should be taking. You should learn from those countries. Because if your Haitians don't put effort together and decide on how you are going to build your country, there's nobody who will help you in building your country. And then there are some people who are shaming Black Americans for telling Haitians to go back to Haiti to fix their country. And you act like Black Americans are doing it out of hatred. No, they are not. They are trying to tell you what they did. When Black Americans were trying to solve their problems, they did not say let's leave the US and go in the UK or go in any other European countries. All they did was to organize just to form NGOs to fight for their own liberation, to fight for their own independence, to fight against oppressors. And now they are free. And now at least they have gained some level of freedom. Then there are people shaming Black Americans for telling Haitians to go fix their own country. But here is what I know. Fixing your country is not a bad thing. And going back to build it is not a bad thing either. Trust me, your Haitians being in the US, if it wasn't about people, if it wasn't about some of your people disrespecting Black Americans wouldn't mind you living there because they are minding their businesses. But again, to be clear, I am not endorsing illegal deportation. I am talking about people making choice on their own, not waiting to be forced, but choosing to go build their country's future. Haitians, what country are your children going to inherit if you are too afraid to face the challenge that Haiti is facing with? What future will Haiti have if all educated people are leaving? What leaders will it have if all people with leadership skills and experiences have already left the country? We will be left with a Haiti run by the very problems people are fleeing. Addiction, gang violence, corruption, insecurity? Because the people who are capable of changing it have already left the country. And to be fair, this isn't only on individuals. Governments, NGOs, and the diaspora organization could be doing more to make return and reinvestment realistic, creating security corridors, tax incentives for the diaspora-owned businesses, partnerships with diaspora doctors and teachers willing to serve short rotations instead of permanent moves. Not all Haitians can return overnight. I am pretty sure that there are many Haitians who are still out there trying to acquire knowledge and skills that are necessary. And I'm not telling y'all just to go back to Haiti before you attain the knowledge and skills that you went out to seek for. But there is a difference between I can't return now and I refuse to ever be the part of the solution. The change begins now. Listen to me. I'm saying the change begins now. Go back to your country, invest in agriculture, do something to help Haiti develop. Trust me, in 10 or 20 years, you will thank yourself for doing it. That was it for today. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you find it interesting, click on the like button and share this video to your friends and family members. Mr. TA, your African brother, sending peace and love from Africa. Ciao.